Hi everyone, it's me Sanchari and welcome back to my channel Simply Sanchari. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to review the YSL All Hours Foundation which I recently picked up from Nykaa Pink Summer Sale. And if you guys haven't watched that video, I would request you all to please check the link in the description box. So today we are going to concentrate on the product, how actually it performs in this harsh climate of India and how it is going to wear off. So today we are going to do a first impression review and a wear test of this foundation. So if you guys are interested to check my thoughts, then please stay tuned till the end of this video. Alright, so that's how the outer packaging looks like. It comes in a flashy gold packaging, but let me tell you, it feels very cheap quality when I hold in my hand because I expected a lot more, this being a luxury brand. Who doesn't know about YSL? And I expected the packaging to be a very top class, a top quality, but this is very mediocre. And if I compare it to the Pat McGrath's packaging, that if you hold the outer packaging, anyone can say that yes, it is a very luxury high-end brand. So yeah, because I'm reviewing a product, I thought I will talk about the packaging also. Now you get 25 ml of quantity. Also it has SPF 39 with PA+++, and the shade details you'll find it on the face as well as on top of the outer packaging. The shade I picked up for myself is DN1. Now I was really confused when it comes to the shade range in India because overall they have 40 shades, but Nykaa have just bought 23 shades in India. Initially I settled for MN9, but I saw that MN9 was too light when I did my research when it came to the shade reference for NC42 skin. And then I saw many influencers talking about the shade DN1, and then I decided to go for the shade DN1, and that is how the inner packaging looks like. Now this inner packaging definitely has a good weight to it. It is screaming luxury, and yes, you will find the shade details on the bottom of the inner packaging. Comes with a pump, which is a great thing. Also at the back they have mentioned that it comes with SPF 39 with PA+++, and this is a matte full coverage foundation that gives you natural finish, breathable wear. Also it is waterproof, transfer proof and heat resistant, and it has hyaluronic acid and jasmine petal extract if I'm not wrong. So it has 77% of skincare ingredient. Let me give it a good shake, and I will take a little bit to actually see how is the color against my skin. So I'll keep it on the back of my hand to see whether the foundation is oxidizing or not, and that's how the shade DN1 actually looks like, and it's pretty dark, you guys. You can actually see that this is how it looks against my chest. So I don't know how is it going to wear off, because if it oxidizes it is going to get even more darker, which I don't want to, because this is quite orange on my warm olive skin tone. So yeah, let's see how actually this wears off, how actually it blends. So I'll try and wipe it because I haven't primed my skin yet. So I have primed my skin using my Lamy Lomai BB primer. Now I'm going to take some amount on the back of my hand. This is a silicone based primer, and that is how you are going to get a blurred out skin. So I'm going to concentrate around my nose area, and I'm just going to press it into my skin to give that blurred out look, and immediately, instantly you can see that my skin has blurred out. You actually do not need a lot with this product. Now it is an illuminating and blurring primer because this has got a lot of fine shimmer particles inside, which you cannot see at the moment, but if you keep it under any stark lighting you can see that yes, the shimmer particle is actually shining. But let me tell you, it doesn't add a lot of illumination. It is not very mattifying, but yes, it adds a bit of satiny finish, and I can see that the shimmer particles doesn't get melted into your skin, but it is actually sitting and shining on my skin. So hope it gets covered with the foundation. Feels absolutely lightweight, you guys. I cannot feel the silicone feel on my skin, which I hate it. So yeah, I'm definitely loving this primer. That is my first impression. So now I will give the entire primer process some time to set and settle on my skin. I will give about 2 to 3 minutes. That is how you need to give time to each and every product to sink into your skin before you start with the next one. So I'll give about 2 to 3 minutes and I'll come back soon. So I've given this primer to set on my skin for good 3 minutes, and now we are going to blend it out using two different tools, a brush and a sponge. From all the reviews that I've read, it blends beautifully with sponge and you get an airbrush look, and we are going to see it all today. So I'm taking about 2 pumps of this foundation and I'll just dot it on my face. Alright you guys, I'm back after blending out the foundation. This is how my skin looks from close up. I finished applying the foundation at 12:15, so I'll start my wear test past that time. Coming back to the foundation itself, the texture is really very beautiful. It feels absolutely lightweight and hydrating, and it is not overly matte because you can see my skin. It is giving me a very natural matte kind of finish. And talking about both the tools, it has given me an even coverage, even finish on both the sides. Both with sponge and brush, I could see that it nicely covered my imperfections. Also, the darkness around my mouth area has nicely camouflaged. Now if you want a little bit of more coverage, definitely you can go with the second layer. I don't think it is going to make you look cakey, so today I'm going to do that. So let me just take some amount and just blend it out. I feel it has a fragrance now because I have cold, so I cannot actually catch the fragrance, but still I can feel that something is lingering on my face. And even after second layer, you guys, it feels absolutely lightweight and it is giving me a very natural matte finish with a good coverage. It is a medium coverage foundation, not too full coverage, so you can totally play with this foundation as per your preference, because even after second layer I can see that it is not giving me any kind of cakey feeling, or it is not accentuating any of my texture, which is a great thing, you guys. Now I really want to see whether this foundation is actually transfer proof or not. So I have grabbed my tissue. This is a fresh tissue, nothing is on it. So let me just run it all over my face to see whether it actually transfers or not. Yes, it did transfer, very minimal. You can see the stain over here, very minimal, nothing too crazy, because most of the foundation is still there on my face. Now the shade doesn't look very weird. It is manageable because I have brought it down to my neck and my chest to match me well. So yes, I'll complete the rest of my face makeup and shall be right back to tell you more about it. Alright you guys, I'm back after full face of makeup and this is how my skin actually looks like. Before I start telling you more, let me just tell you what all products I used to complete my base makeup. I needed some brightening concealer. For that I used my Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Sand, and after using this concealer, you guys, I think everything looks quite balanced out. My skin doesn't look orange anymore and I think it is looking quite good. If I match to my neck and face, it is looking all well cohesive, all well incorporated and well balanced. So I'm definitely loving that I used a brightening concealer and it took this entire foundation look to the next level. And I did set my face ever so slightly with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. I used my favorite go-to blush these days is from Swiss Beauty Dew It Up blush, and with this I don't need any extra highlighter. And to set the makeup in place, I use my trusted Marks Fit makeup fixer, and that I think completed my entire makeup. Oh, and if you're interested what lip color I'm wearing, I used the Swiss Beauty lip liner and then I went with Mars lipstick. This is in the shade Ariel, just on the center of the lips, and to give that juicy effect I used the Mars Candylicious lip gloss in the shade Jelly Bean, and that completed the entire makeup look. Today I am happy with this foundation, you guys, because it is giving me a very smoothened, airbrushed skin, which I definitely don't have in general. Like, my skin have lot of texture, and because I'm still recovering from my seasonal flu, I have lot of dry patches here and there on my face. So yeah, because I did not feel like doing skincare routine while I was sick, so this foundation is doing its magic, you guys, and I'm totally loving it. And this foundation still feels so lightweight even after 2 layers. You have seen that it does not transfer a lot, it is very minimal, quite negligible, you can say. And oh my god, it feels so good, you guys, so beautiful on the skin. I cannot feel anything even after so much layering. I still cannot feel the weight of this foundation or any base makeup or any makeup that I have it on my face. Everything just went on like butter, no tugging, no pulling. Everything just going on so smooth, so efficiently, effortlessly. I like, it was doing its magic. Now I'm looking forward to see whether it is actually heat proof or sweat proof. That is what my main concern is, because if I turn off the AC and if I turn off the fan and I'm just sitting as it is, running my errands, going to kitchen, cooking food and everything, definitely it is going to hamper the finish that I have recently. But I still am looking forward how actually it is going to wear off, which I'm very excited about. Let's see how this foundation wears off on my skin. Now, I had swatched the foundation on the back of my hand, and it is somewhere here. You cannot even see the shade. It is nicely set and gone dark, you guys. I think the foundation has definitely oxidized, if I'm not wrong. So let me do a fresh swatch. And yes, the foundation has definitely oxidized to 2 shades deeper. This is the old one which has nicely dried, settled on my skin, and this is the fresh swatch. Where I have used the Touche Eclat Blur primer, I can see the pores has minimized to an extent, and even the foundation is not clinging on to any of my dry patches, like around my nose, around my mouth, over my nose. Like, there are a lot of dry skin coming off because of all the sneezing and rubbing and cold and everything. So definitely this foundation is really very good, and I do agree that it gives you an airbrush look, and it feels very hydrating and very lightweight. And now is the time to test another claim, whether it is waterproof or not. So I'm blending the foundation on the back of my hand, and I'll allow it to set for few minutes, say for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I will spray some water to see whether it gets cloudy or it is actually waterproof or not. Alright, so it's time now, and I'm spraying some water, and I'll let it sit for few minutes. Let me just open my watch, remove my watch. Oh my god. Oh wow. Wow, there is nothing, like, my watch got in contact to the water and everything, but nothing came off. Let me just see whether it actually is waterproof or not. So the tissue is absolutely clean with nothing on it, and I'm lightly pressing it. Oh my god, there is nothing, you guys, not even a single stain. And the water dripping from my hand is also not cloudy. Just look at it. Oh my god. So definitely it is waterproof, and now is the time to check whether it is actually heat resistant or not. I'm so excited. So guys, I'm here to wrap this video, but before that I'm here to share how my skin actually looks with this YSL All Hours foundation, and the current time is 5:01 p.m. and this is the condition of my skin. I have given this foundation a good 4.5 hours time, and I think that much time is enough to know how it is going to last on my skin for more long hours. So this is the condition. It looks very oily, but that's okay. It happens with major foundation that I have in my collection. You cannot control the amount of oil secretion that your skin is going to release. The foundation did, started to transfer on my t-shirt because I had got it down to my chest area, as you have seen. So that's the reason this stain, you guys. But while I was looking a close-up view in the mirror, I saw that it started to gather in my frown lines, but around my nose it is doing good, and also around my mouth area while having food it did come off little bit here and there, but my lipstick is still intact. Wow, that is a great thing. And the foundation did not budge, did not melt, because my sweat didn't get cloudy whatsoever. I am still sweating, as you all can see, but it is not hampering the foundation that I have or the makeup that I have on my skin. Everything, right from my blush, bronzer, contour, everything is still in place, and it has not moved or shifted or faded in any ways. And although it is a neutral tone foundation, still it has got a lot of warmth to it, and I don't need a separate mixing pigment to change the undertone of this foundation, because you can see how beautiful the shade is in itself. I'm loving this foundation. Even after 4.5 hours, it still is feeling absolutely lightweight, you guys. And this much oil is okay. I can blot it out and set my face ever so slightly. I can't tell you how happy I have been, because I have put this foundation to a waterproof test, to a transfer proof test, heat proof test, and it is surviving everything. It is surviving this harsh, humid summer climate of India, plus my sweaty skin. Oh my god, I'm so thrilled to have this foundation in my collection. Definitely this gets a total thumbs up. I would love to recommend it to someone who loves luxury makeup, but if you are under budget, you can try it next time.